Hi, I'm Tyson Franklin and welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minute Friday. Today I want to talk about external marketing. Now, external marketing basically is all about attracting new clients to your business. And if you're the business owner, you should be promoting your business from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. Pretty much from the time you leave your house to getting back home again, you should be making a conscious effort to be in marketing mode at all times. And you should always be looking for marketing opportunities. If you see somebody else doing something and you go, wow, that was a great idea, write it down, think about how can I apply that in my own business, and then implement it. Don't just let that idea go past and not do anything. What do I mean by external marketing? I'm going to run through a few ideas that I've used in the past. Some I used a long time ago, but I still think all these external marketing ideas still have a place today depending on your target market. Now, the first one is work shirts. If you have a brick and mortar business or any business where you're in the public eye, you should have a shirt on that actually has the name of your business on it so people know who you are and where you're from. And if you have a team, they should all be wearing a work shirt. Having a shirt that just has a big Nike tick on it does not promote anybody other than Nike, and they're not paying you to be wearing the Nike shirt, so you should have your own on. And if you do have staff wearing your shirt, make sure they look after them because it represents your business. Second thing is newspaper advertising, and number 3 is magazines. A lot of online marketers may tell you that they are outdated, they're dinosaurs, that's not how you should be marketing your business anymore, but I beg to differ. Depending on who your target market is and the age of your target market, they still have a place. And there are people who still do read newspapers. Some of them may read the newspaper online, and it's the same advertising that's basically in there. So do not rule it out. And soon I'm going to be doing a solo episode just on newspaper advertising because it is a very technical beast when you sort of get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Now, number 4, media releases, and number 5, editorials. Now, both these things, majority of the time, are in newspaper and magazines. Now, for a media release to be media worthy, it must be newsworthy. It must be of benefit to the community. Just keep that in mind. But things like birthday celebrations, extensions, new equipment, or anything that's going to be of benefit to the community, you can quite easily get a media release done. And editorials are something you've just got to sort of hunt down. You've got to find something that is either happening in your area, it could be an event, or something about your business, once again, that is going to be of benefit to people, and contact the newspaper, provide photographs, give them a story, give them something that is worthwhile printing, and more than likely they will run an editorial. Number 6 is television. Now, I know a lot of people look at TV and they go, it's too expensive. And you know what? It is. If you advertise during prime time, it is really expensive. However, if you live in a regional area and you advertise late at night, middle of the day, early morning, it is quite inexpensive. You'd be surprised how cheap it is. And the best thing about it is if you get a TV commercial produced, especially in a regional area, you can get it done relatively inexpensive. You can still use that TV commercial as part of your online presence with YouTube and other areas, which I'll discuss in a couple of pillars down the track. And also, if I just go back a step, anytime you do anything to do with a media release, editorial, a newspaper ad, always ask for an electronic version of it, or what they call a tear sheet, that you can also then repurpose that and use that in some of your online marketing. Now, number 7, radio. Best thing about radio is I think it's very engaging, like doing a podcast. But the other good part with it is you can make changes really quickly. You have an idea, you have a special, you have a promotion, you can go into the radio station, get it recorded, and it can be on air within 24 hours. Once again, radio is not cheap, but if you put it at certain times, it can be, but it's got to make sure it's it's aimed at your target market. Number 8 is sponsorship. Now, if you're sponsoring a team, maybe a sporting team, you want it in writing, the details of the sponsorship agreement, and you want that team or organization to make sure that they live up to their end of the sponsorship agreement. If they're not, and you don't care whether they do or not, then you've got to think, is it sponsorship or is it just a donation? And number 9, the last thing I want to talk about, which some people would probably just cringe when I say this, telephone directories. Now, I haven't advertised one for years, but keep in mind who is your target market. And if they still use a telephone directory, then you may still want to be in one. Now, I'm not saying you should, and there are online versions of phone directories these days. So look at all your different options. Today's external marketing pillar, or marketing pillar number 4, is really just to get you thinking about external marketing and to always be looking for new external marketing ideas. Okay, that's it from me, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.